Welcome all. In the previous section, Integration of Selenium with JMeter, we learned to set up JUnit with JMeter and to execute test cases. Now in this section, Advanced Scripting, we will talk about a scripted approach with the help of which we can trigger few set of operations before and after executing the sampler request. So let's begin. Let's see what we are going to cover in this section. First, we will start with introduction to the BeanShell scripting and variables. Then we will learn about advanced post and preprocessors. Then we will take a look at each of these processors with the help of an example. And at the end, we'll see how can we generate dynamic values with BeanShell sampler. Let's start with the very first video of this section, BeanShell scripting basics and variables, where we will learn to create BeanShell script with the help of variables. JMeter has built-in BeanShell components such as BeanShell timer, BeanShell listener, BeanShell assertions, sampler, and so on. It lets you build a script and implement complex logic with the help of which you can trigger an operation before or after executing sampler request. In this video, we will learn to write a basic scripting and learn to declare variables, capture the results with the help of BeanShell script. So let's begin. Alright, so for that, let's go to JMeter, and here we will be trying a simple example where we will be declaring some variables. We will be defining some user-defined variables, and then we will be printing both of these variables on the log viewer. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, in the test plan, let's go ahead and add thread group, and inside that, we will add sampler of type BeanShell sampler. Alright, and here is the area, the script text box, where you can add your logic and you can make it more complicated. So first start with the basic scripting. So let's say if you want to print any value or any string on console, then you can use log.info, and inside that you can add the string or variable name what you want to print on the console. Let's say, for example, here we have log.info, and let's say we say like this is a sample test. All right. And let's try to print this. So clear the logs and run the test, and we want to save it. So sampler test2 and save it. All right. And as you can see, it printed on the console in the log viewer. And if you do not have log viewer open on the screen, then you can go to options and select log viewer, and that's how you can view the information. Now there are other functions as well which you can use to access the variables or add more complex logic. For example, if you just minimize this, you will see at the bottom of the JMeter we have sample result, then response code, then response message, its success, CTX, vars, properties, log, and so on. So let's try to add more code here. So let's say we will be defining a variable named C, and here in this variable we want to read a value of the another variable which we will be defining in the test plan. So now let's add more code to our script. So for that, what we can do is let's declare a variable with the name C, and we will be reading a variable name which we will be defining in test plan. So in order to read any variable, we can say vars.get, the get function, and then you can specify the variable name. Let's say username is what we want to read. Alright, and this username is coming from a test plan where we will be defining under the user-defined variables. We can click on add, and here we can define our custom variables which will be accessible at the test plan level. Then here we can define the values such as thread user. Alright, and let's go back and let's try to print it. So for that, log.info, and inside that you can provide a variable name which is C and print it. So let's clear the logs and let's see what do we get in the log viewer. So as you can see, we got the username which is thread user. Now let's add for loop and try to print it for multiple times. So for that, what we can do is add a for loop such as var, and then I is equal to 0, and let's try to print it for 10 times. So I is less than 10, and then I plus plus, close the bracket, and inside that we will be adding a logic. And inside that, what we'll do is we'll just print the value of C and let's add it or append it with the variable for that particular loop, so that we should see the result as thread user 1, thread user 2, thread user 3, and so on. So let's try it. Clear the logs and run the test. Alright, so as you can see, it started the execution and we have starting from 0 to 9 all 10 times. Plus we have extra thread user because we already added one more line here. So let's comment it out, and for that you can use / and again clear the logs and run the test, and see this time we received the thread user variable name starting from 0 till 9. So that's how you can write a simple script. You can declare your variables and read the data or manipulate the data. Now in the following video, we will be writing more complex code when we will be dealing with post processor and preprocessor in BeanShell.